Welcome to Fluent English, where you learn to speak English fast.
Leo, I need to tell you something shocking.
What? What is it? Tell me.
Your 1-hour English study sessions, the long ones where you sit for an hour and try so hard,
Yes, I do those every weekend. I study for an hour straight.
I have bad news for you. Those 1-hour sessions, they are actually making you forget English.
What? No, that's impossible. I work so hard.
I know, it sounds crazy, right? But science says it's true.
Science? Okay, now I'm really confused. How can studying make me forget?
Because your brain is not designed for long, boring sessions. Your brain loves small, fun, frequent practice.
Wait, so you're saying I should study less to learn more?
Exactly. And today, we are going to prove it to you.
With what? A challenge?
Yes, the 15-minute micro practice challenge.
Ooh, I love challenges. What is it?
For the next 7 days, you will practice English for only 15 minutes every day.
Only 15 minutes? That's nothing.
That's the magic. Small, consistent daily practice beats long, irregular sessions every single time.
But Luna, tell me the science. Why does this work?
Okay, imagine your brain is like a garden.
A garden. I like gardens.
If you water your garden a little bit every day, the plants grow strong and healthy.
Yes, that makes sense.
But if you forget to water it for a whole week, then pour a huge bucket of water on Sunday,
Laughing, the plants would drown.
exactly. Some would die, some would get damaged. It's not good.
So my brain is the garden and English is the plant.
Yes, your brain needs small, gentle watering every day, not a flood once a week.
Wow, that makes so much sense. I always wondered why I forget everything after my Sunday study session.
It's not your fault. Nobody taught you this. But today, we will teach you.
Okay, I'm ready. Teach me. What is the 15-minute rule?
First, let's learn some important words about this topic.
Yes, new words for our English practice.
Word number 1, micro. Micro.
Micro means very small, tiny, little.
Micro practice means very small practice sessions, 15 minutes only.
Word number 2, consistent. Consistent.
Consistent means doing something regularly, every day, without stopping.
Consistent practice is better than long practice. Say it, consistent.
Word number 3, habit. Habit.
A habit is something you do automatically, without thinking.
Make English a daily habit, like brushing your teeth.
Word number 4, retention. Retention.
Retention means keeping information in your brain, not forgetting.
Micro practice improves retention. You remember more.
Word number 5, overwhelming. Overwhelming.
Overwhelming means too much, too big, stressful.
Okay, 5 new words. Let's use them today.
Now, let me tell you a story. A true story about Sarah.
Oh, I love stories. Tell me about Sarah.
Sarah wanted to learn English. She tried so hard.
What did she do?
Every Sunday, she would sit for 3 hours. 3 hours!
Gasp, 3 hours? That's crazy.
She would study grammar, write vocabulary, watch videos, all in one day.
And then, did she become fluent?
No, by Tuesday, she forgot everything. She felt so sad.
Of course, her brain was drowning in water.
Exactly. She came to me crying. Luna, I'm stupid. I can't learn English.
Oh no, what did you tell her?
I said, Sarah, you are not stupid. Your method is stupid. Let's change it.
Laughing. You called her method stupid? That's funny.
Gently, I said it gently. I told her about micro practice.
What did she do?
I gave her a challenge for 30 days, only 15 minutes of English every day.
Only 15 minutes? Did she agree?
She said, 15 minutes? That's nothing. I can do that.
And?
The first week was easy. She listened to a 5-minute English song and repeated the words.
Simple.
The second week, she watched a 10-minute cartoon in English with her little sister.
Fun.
The third week, she texted me in English every day for 5 minutes.
Social. I love it.
The fourth week, she recorded herself speaking for 2 minutes and listened to it.
Brave. That's hard to do.
After 30 days, she came back to me. Her eyes were shining.
What did she say?
She said, "Luna, I remember everything. My brain feels different."
Of course, because she watered her garden every day.
Exactly. Small, consistent, daily practice. No overwhelm, no stress.
That story is beautiful. Sarah is now
Fluent. She speaks English confidently, and she only practices 15 to 20 minutes every day.
Subhanallah. Small steps, big results.
Now, let's talk about the science. Why does this work?
Yes, give us the science, Luna. Your brain has something called synapses. They're like tiny connections.
Synapses. Fancy word.
Every time you learn something new, your brain makes a new connection.
Like a path in the forest?
Yes, perfect example, like a path in the forest.
If you walk the same path every day, it becomes clear and easy to walk.
But if you walk it only once a week, the plants grow back, the path disappears.
So practicing every day keeps the path clear and strong.
Exactly. 15 minutes every day keeps the English path in your brain clear and strong.
What about 1 hour once a week?
That's like trying to cut down a whole forest in one day. Too hard, too tiring.
And by next week, the forest grows back.
You got it. That's why you forget. Your brain didn't have time to build the path.
This is changing my whole life right now. I'm not joking.
Good. That's why we're here.
Okay, so how do we do this 15-minute challenge? Give us the steps.
Step 1. Choose one activity every day, not 5 activities, just one.
One activity? Like what?
Monday, listen to a 5-minute English song and read the lyrics.
Tuesday?
Watch a 10-minute YouTube video about something you love, cooking, sports, cats.
Cats. I love cat videos.
Perfect. Wednesday, text a friend in English for 10 minutes.
What if I don't have English friends?
There are apps, HelloTalk, Tandem. You can find language partners for free.
Oh, cool. Thursday?
Read one short news article. There are apps for easy English news.
Like what?
BBC Learning English, VOA Learning English, simple news for learners.
Friday?
Write 3 sentences about your day, just 3 sentences.
That's so easy.
Saturday, watch a short cartoon or scene from a movie with subtitles.
Sunday?
Rest or repeat your favorite activity.
Wait, Sunday is rest? I like Sunday.
Yes, even 6 days a week is enough. Consistency, not perfection.
I love this. It's so simple. Why didn't anyone tell me this before?
Because we are taught that learning must be hard, must be long, must be painful.
But that's not true.
No, learning can be fun, short, easy, like playing.
Now let's learn some English sentences for this challenge.
Repeat after me.
Sentence 1. I practice English for 15 minutes every day.
I practice English for 15 minutes every day.
Sentence 2. Small steps lead to big results.
Small steps lead to big results.
Sentence 3. I don't need to study for hours.
I don't need to study for hours.
Sentence 4. I am consistent with my practice.
I am consistent with my practice.
Sentence 5. My English is improving every day.
My English is improving every day.
Beautiful. Say these sentences every day. They will motivate you.
Now let's talk about the biggest enemy of micropractice.
What is it? Laziness?
No, perfectionism.
Perfectionism? What do you mean?
Perfectionism says, if I can't study for 1 hour, why study at all?
Oh, yes, I do that. If I miss one day, I think I failed.
Exactly. Perfectionism is the enemy of consistency.
So what do we do?
We say something is better than nothing.
Something is better than nothing. I love that.
If you only have 5 minutes, do 5 minutes. If you only have 2 minutes, do 2 minutes.
Even 2 minutes helps?
Yes, remember the path in the forest? Even walking 2 minutes keeps the path clear.
Wow, that takes so much pressure off.
That's the secret. Low pressure, high consistency.
Now let's share another story. A story about me.
Oh, Leo's personal story. I'm excited.
When I started learning Arabic, I made the same mistake.
You studied for hours?
Yes, every Friday I would sit for 3 hours with a textbook.
No, not the textbook.
Yes, boring textbook. I would write words again and again.
And by Sunday,
Gone. All gone. I remembered nothing.
so what changed?
My teacher told me the same thing. Leo, stop the long sessions. Do 10 minutes every day.
And?
I started listening to Arabic songs on my way to work.
Just listening?
Just listening. 10 minutes in the car. I didn't even try to understand.
And your brain learned?
After 1 month, I recognized words. I could hear them in songs.
Subhanallah, passive learning works too.
Yes, then I started reading one Instagram post in Arabic every day.
Just one post?
Just one post, 2 minutes, that's it.
And now?
Now I can have simple conversations, all from 10 minutes a day.
That's amazing, Leo. You are the proof.
I am the proof. Small steps, big results.
Now, let's talk about the 15-minute micro-practice challenge rules.
Yes, write these down, friends.
Rule number 1, only 15 minutes, no more, no less.
Even if you want to study more, stop at 15?
Yes, stopping when you still want more builds excitement for tomorrow.
Oh, that's smart. Leave your brain wanting more.
Exactly. If you study until you're tired, you won't want to come back tomorrow.
Rule number 2, choose fun activities.
If you hate grammar books, don't use grammar books. Watch movies, listen to music, talk to friends, read memes.
Learning should be fun. If it's not fun, you won't stick to it.
Rule number 3, track your progress.
Use a calendar. Put an X for every day you practice.
After 1 week, you'll see 7 X's. That feels so good.
After 1 month, 30 X's. You won't want to break the chain.
Rule number 4, forgive yourself if you miss a day.
You are human. You will miss days. It's okay.
Don't say I failed, say I'll start again tomorrow.
Consistency is not about being perfect. It's about coming back.
Rule number 5, share your challenge with a friend.
Tell your friend, I'm doing the 15-minute micro-practice challenge. Check on me.
When someone checks on you, you feel responsible. You keep going.
Even better, do the challenge together.
Yes, practice with a friend. Text each other in English.
Now let's practice a conversation about the challenge.
Imagine 2 friends talking about this challenge.
Friend A. Hey, I started the 15-minute micro-practice challenge.
Really? What do you do every day?
On Monday, I listened to an English song. Today, I watched a cartoon.
That sounds fun. Do you feel like you're learning?
Yes, I remember more than when I studied for hours.
Wow, maybe I should try it. I always forget what I study.
You should. It's only 15 minutes. Anyone can do 15 minutes.
What do you recommend for a beginner?
Start with something easy, like listening to children's stories on YouTube.
That's a great idea. I'll start today.
Let's do it together. We can text each other in English.
Deal. This is going to be fun. See, simple conversation. You can do this.
Now let's give you a sample 7-day plan.
Day 1, Monday, listening practice.
Find one English song you like. Listen 3 times, read the lyrics, sing along.
Day 2, Tuesday, speaking practice.
Repeat 5 sentences from the song. Record yourself, listen, don't judge, just listen.
Day 3, Wednesday, reading practice.
Read 1 short news article. BBC Learning English is perfect, just 1.
Day 4, Thursday, writing practice.
Write 3 sentences about your day. Use simple words, don't worry about mistakes.
Day 5, Friday, vocabulary practice. Learn 5 new words from your article or song. Write them in a notebook.
Day 6, Saturday. Fun day.
Watch a short cartoon or comedy sketch, something that makes you laugh.
Day 7, Sunday. Review day.
Look at your 5 words from Friday. Read your 3 sentences from Thursday. You're done.
That's it? That's so easy.
Easy and effective. That's the secret.
Now, let's learn some new English words for motivation.
Word number 1, progress. Progress.
Progress means moving forward, getting better.
I see progress every day with micro practice.
Word number 2, momentum. Momentum.
Momentum means energy that keeps building, like a snowball rolling.
Daily practice builds momentum. Soon you can't stop.
Word number 3, achievable. Achievable.
Achievable means possible, easy to do.
15 minutes is achievable for everyone.
Word number 4, sustainable. Sustainable.
Sustainable means you can keep doing it forever, not burning out.
Micro practice is sustainable. Long sessions are not.
Word number 5, transform. Transform.
Transform means to change completely, become different.
15 minutes a day can transform your English.
Great! 5 new words. Use them this week.
Now let's talk about the biggest myth in language learning.
What myth, Luna?
The myth of, I need to live in an English country to learn.
Oh, yes, people say that all the time.
But it's not true. You can learn from anywhere with micro practice.
How?
Change your phone language to English. 2 minutes a day of reading notifications.
That's genius. I did that with Arabic.
Listen to English podcasts while cooking. 10 minutes.
Watch English TikToks while waiting for the bus. 3 minutes.
It all adds up. You don't need to move countries, you need to move your habits.
That is so empowering. Anyone can do this.
Anyone, anywhere, any age.
Now, let's end with a beautiful commitment.
Close your eyes if you want, or keep them open.
Repeat after us. Make this promise to yourself.
I promise myself.
I will practice English every day.
Not for hours, not for perfection.
Just for 15 minutes. Just for fun.
I will not compare myself to others.
I will only compare myself to yesterday.
If I miss a day, I will forgive myself.
And I will start again tomorrow.
I believe in small steps.
I believe in consistency.
I believe that I can learn.
15 minutes a day. Every day.
This is my promise. This is my challenge.
I accept the 15-minute micro practice challenge.
And I will transform my English.
One day at a time, one step at a time.
Amin. Let's do this together.